Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back upon the African Geek Dummy Design I, Yaman JP. Sipping some tea today. It's been a while since I made a long form video. Actually sat down to talk about anything. Apologize if I seem a little fidgety, out of practice. Cinnamon. So, what we're here to talk about today is Star Wars Visions, The Ninth Jedi. I actually had no idea this was coming out. Bully to me. And after watching it these past few days, started on Friday, finished it today, I gotta say, I did appreciate Star Wars Visions. I appreciated the effort on behalf of Disney to try and branch out and create new things in Star Wars. Didn't appreciate all the episodes, of course, some were hit and miss. But although this did catch my eye, the Ninth Jedi in season 1 of Visions caught my eye. I didn't make anything of it. I didn't participate, to be honest, in any of the Discord concerning the Vision show. I watched what I watched. I liked what I liked. It was serviceable and seemed disposable. And I caught season 3, caught these characters, Lakara, in season 3 of Visions. And I did not know this was being made. My boy had to tell me, hey, they're making full season of this, which I was totally surprised. And now I am somehow looking forward to another season of Star Wars, The Ninth Jedi. And also, maybe some other of these other little vignettes will get spin-offs and get their own show. As it stands, this one has, and here we are. The Ninth Jedi. After being on hiatus for so long, work, I do think this deserves to be talked about. This has earned respect. This was a good thing, a great thing even. Not the best thing I've seen in anime this year. Clevastis will have to stand out for that. But this is pretty damn good. The whole concept that this is disconnected from the main Star Wars timeline, universe, but is also in the future of the Star Wars universe is great concept. The fact that they've added new lore, their own lore to it, fantastic stuff, and I really wish we could get more of this, or that they would adapt some of the lore, because the lightsaber colors always bug me. Does it have, you get what I'm saying? The colors of lightsabers really, I always thought that was a reflection of the Jedi, or the wielder, or the Force user, his aura, his essence, their essence. There's so much to dive in if you explore it in that direction. If we ever go down that direction in the Star Wars lore. And I liked the story of Lakara and Nawan as they were held up to each other as a mirror image of each other. Kind of. The season is in itself, there's a lot. For 8 episodes, there's a lot. It's split into like 2 stories, you could say, that split in half. From 1 to 4, you get a little bit, from 5 to 8. It switches gear a bit. The dynamic changes. And as proper Star Wars or anything science fiction or fantasy should do, it explores certain themes through the lens of science fiction. In this case, Lakara, because of the events that's happening, tends to be losing herself a bit, you could say, in this battle, and starts acting a bit out of character, starts giving in to her emotions, and we know where this goes. Whereas Nawan, the villain of the story, is basically Darth Vader but with a samurai mask. And then which kind of forces me to acknowledge that maybe Darth Vader was always wearing a samurai mask.
You don't say!
Now on the other end, is on a journey to master his emotion, get rid of them totally so that he could be attain a new level as classic anime stuff and become the ultimate force wielder. As it is, this was shown to him by Lakara's father, that this was even attainable to, I suppose, from my understanding of it, Jedis usually become one with the Force when they die, then you get the Force Ghost and stuff. But Lakara's dad managed to attain this level of serenity and become one with the Force, still alive, and was basically undefeatable, allowing him to spark a silver lightsaber. He just switched off all of his emotions, did not feel empathy nor hatred, but it was proven that Nawan, the bad guy, was doing this out of fear. A sort of admiration and obsession with Lakara's father, but also fear because he was traumatized as a child. Although unbeknownst to Lakara's father, he was the cause of it. Good intentions notwithstanding. This blew me away, and of course it's anime. So when it comes to the fight scenes, we get some great lightsaber fights in this. So to anyone who was glazing lightsaber combat in The Acolyte, piss off. This is a good protagonist. Lakara was a good protagonist. Anime is great. I know how great anime is. I'm a big anime fan, right? Right now, like I said, I'm watching Clevestis, and that's blowing my mind. It seems that maybe Disney has forgotten how to write a protagonist, male or female. They've definitely forgotten how to write an antagonist. I have thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. It has no villain. There's an antagonist but no villain, and that annoys the fuck out of me. It's not the first time they do this shit. Now on, by the end of it, spoiler alert, is put on a path of redemption, or they're attempting to redeem him, or he's attempting to redeem himself, because Lakara forced him to see the light or the error of his ways. But I can damn well say a lot of what Nawal did is irredeemable. And what I'm extremely happy with when it comes to this show, by the end there is no ambiguity. It's not ambiguous in its portrayal of what the writers believe to be right or wrong. Lakara had attained the level of being one with the Force and sparked the silver lightsaber also, but to win the fight, she had to change her lightsaber's color to win against someone. She won the fight in the end, not by being ultimately emotionless, but she won the fight as a true Jedi, is what I'm trying to say. And when it comes down to it, this was a good watch. It was a great watch even, and I would recommend it. If you're a Star Wars fan, go out and watch this. And this month, I think as Star Wars fans have been eating, by which I mean we got Vader Part 2 from Star Wars Theory, or Theory Sabers, I think he's calling himself these days, which was a great little side adventure or fan-made adventure in the Star Wars universe, with Mace Windu coming back to whoop ass. And now we have this, another great celebration of what is Star Wars. And I hope Disney kind of learns from this and knows that this is the way to go. The future of Star Wars is in more original stuff, more cool shit. The only gripe I would say I had, the two gripes anyway, is that they murdered the Jedi. Our Jedi heroes murdered a lot of people. I know it's war, it's battle, but we could find a way to neutralize these threats without killing them outright. Not the Jedi way, I would say. And we're back to another mega weapon, a Kyber cannon, which I suppose in the end is what the Death Star is, a fucking Kyber cannon.
You don't say!
The new law has established that anyway. We could do with steering away from the super weapon, and I don't blame them. It feels very episode 1-ish, the first episode of this. As you have maybe sometimes to pull in a viewer, you have to tread very familiar ground. But it is also, as in the future, it's a bit of a post-apocalyptic Star Wars time, if that makes sense. The Jedi Order is devastated and all that. The galaxy is in shambles, and Nawal is start trying to create a new order. Yeah, very funny. I just realized that now.
The fuck's your problem?
This should have been Star Wars Episode 7. Fuck it. Oh. Easy to say that, yeah, I know. But yeah, I highly recommend this. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give this a solid 8. And Pan Mishagi's scale, I'll give this a Mr. Bombastic, straight up.
Mr. Bombastic!
I do expect that, or I do hope they'll be doing more. And I've seen better Star Wars and better anime, but I'm giving this a Mr. Bombastic because Star Wars have been down in the dumps lately, and they've had me down in the goddamn dumps, so here we go. And that has been my review of Star Wars Visions presents The Ninth Jedi. And as per usual, this has been I, your man JP Pandi African Geekdom. So, live long and prosper, may the force be with you. Wakanda forever, my ninjas. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Shit.